Good morning, dear students, esteemed guests, and respected faculty members. My name is Surbhi Rastogi, and I'm delighted to be your host for Orientation Day. Today isn't just another day, it's the start of an incredible journey with us, a journey that will not only shape your career, but also allow to leave your mark in our esteemed institute. For over 27 years, WIPS has stood as a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and success. Our commitment to fostering an environment of growth and excellence has never wavered. And today, we are excited to open our doors to you, the next generation of change makers. So now, let's have a glimpse of life at WIPS TC.
You're a global force. Don't you get it? You spent your whole life building a bank.
Looking for a college?
And you're
Look at this.
When you think about college, it is easy to think of it like a tall building, housing world-class infrastructure. Including large high-tech classrooms, well-equipped labs, library, learning, teaching, long hallways, aisles of books, a place where you are going to carve out your future. But when you get there, you realize you are not the only one. When you go to college, it is people meeting people. Learning from each other and growing together. It is not always about knowing exactly where you are headed. Sometimes it is about finding your own way. It is about seeing the field with your own eyes, and learning with the best.
Exposure beyond ordinary.
This is Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, the experience of a lifetime, a new home, and a new life waiting to be discovered. We celebrate together. We make movies together. We perform together. We enjoy together. We laugh together. We play together. We learn to love our environment and nurture it.
Here, we love and nurture.
Now, let's take a closer look.
We here make future leaders.
The best years of your life are ahead of you at WIPS. There are books, tests, classrooms, academics. But there is a very important part that cannot be put on paper. It is experience. It is working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It is laughter. It is the relationships. It is good conversations. It is trustworthy friends. It is expressing in the backyard. It is hard work, but lots of fun. So we go to college for education, but in the end, what we take away is the experience. Experience WIPS. Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies.
So, with this, we do a agaz of your journey with us. Welcome to the WIPS family.
Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies Technical Campus stands as a sterling beacon of excellence in professional education within Delhi NCR. Envisioned by our founder chairman, a notable man of distinction, Dr. S. C. Watts, our institute has dauntlessly tread on the ideals of man-making, character building, and nation building as espoused by Swami Vivekananda ji. WIPS TC is accredited with an A++ grade by NAC. Namaste, good morning. I, Professor Anuradha Jain, Principal WIPS TC, will take you for a campus tour and will show you the state-of-the-art infrastructure and facilities. Our institute has lush green, eco-friendly campus with ultra-modern and state-of-the-art infrastructure. We have 3 gates at our campus. This gate number 1 dedicated for faculty members, gate number 2 for staff, visitors, guests, gate number 3 dedicated for students. Flap barriers are installed at the main gate for student biometric attendance for the purpose of safety and security. It's a barrier-free campus with ramps, wheelchairs, sanitation facilities for differently abled, audio-facilitated lifts, and tactile paths. We have dedicated meditation room named as Inner Space Vivekananda Dhyan Kendra. Yeah, now we are entering to our School of Engineering. We are entering into VNSI Design Lab. VNSI Lab. This lab is equipped with 3 different sets of softwares. Here, these are the possible list of experiments that can be performed in this particular lab. This is also the information regarding the equipment and the software that we have in the lab. The first software that we have is Cadence Virtuoso. Here, a motor is designed and its DC transit and transit analysis are performed. I will introduce to the hardware boards. We have 5 boards. The speed board, other is boolean board, and this is the Kriya board. So, for example, I am showing the design of 100 kilometers. So, I am giving the inputs from this side like 0, 0, and carry is also 0. So, my sum is 0 and carry is also 0. But now I am changing the inputs and I am giving this. So, my carry is 1 and sum is 0. So, 1 bit provider is shown with the help of boolean board, and you can perform also the sequential circuits and combination circuits with the help of boolean. So, we have ARM University program in which we are covering different kits for the faculty members, which is access to teaching materials, access to softwares, online courses, access to textbook, and access to simulator tools. So these are the list of resources which are available. So for the teaching materials, these are the links with these all other subjects. We can download the teaching materials from here. software tools are available, which is the ARM Development Studio software. And we can download all these software through this link. And online courses are also available, books and books.
So welcome to Engineering Graphics Lab. In this lab, particularly we teach students about angles of projections, in which we learn about from the difference between first angle projection and third angle projection. And on the basis of that, what we did, we teach our students to make the projects or make the objects and describe them on the particular sheet, which has been described over here, in which we have learned to draw the projection based on the basis of first angle projection, third angle projection.
This is our AI and machine learning lab.
Machine learning we use Python, and for deep learning we use Keras and PyTorch. And this is for example experiment of logical research and learning and machine learning.
Welcome to our data science and analytics lab.
Using the Python libraries and for analysis of the data, we use the VCAP. This is one of the experiments in which we perform the processing, classification, clustering, precision of the data. The latest version of data is installed. This is the visualization of different analyses.
This is our cloud computing and web technologies lab.
In this lab, we are training our students in different technologies like cloud computing, web security, virtualization, web programming, and many cutting-edge technologies.
This is our computer center, and the area of this computer center is 170 square meter.
This is a computer center in which we have a 7th generation latest configuration system with the audio video enabled. It includes the projectors and the uploader. It is a hub of various events where we conduct the FDBs, SDBs, workshops, online sessions, which help students to learn different technologies.
This is our fundamental of computing lab.
In this lab, we use latest version of MATLAB software. We have licensed MATLAB software for perform digital image processing experiments, and we use basic Python to perform C++ and C programming language. And we have computers. This is MATLAB latest version software. Our goal is in the experiment, we basically convert the image from color to the image, then we find out the carry architecture model.
Electrical science lab.
In this lab, we have various things that are being used by the students. And the students are able to see the phase angle and frequencies of the sinusoidal waveform. Next is the home electrical wiring system. In this case, students are able to know about the stadium systems that are being used by them in their homes. And another kit, we have a transformer. So in this kit, students are able to know about the short circuit test and open circuit test of the system. So they just vary the voltage and they measure the parameter of the open circuit test and short circuit test.
This is our digital logic design lab.
In this lab, digital logic design lab, where we will talk about, we will teach students digital logic based on logical operation. So we can use digital design, as well as we can also correlate the realistic problem, which is you can also observe here by using this realistic problem. So here this is a water level checking problem, and you can read that pressure based on this value. So here if you see the level using 7 segments, so it is showing the low level, and if you look inside of this, then it will show the full value of this, and after that overflow will be when it will show the overflow value of that particular. So realistic problem you can also define using that logical design.
Internet of Things lab.
In this lab, we have the components which are used in the IoT system. These are all the components which are very commonly used in our IoT system. This is our soldering station where the students can solder items on their Arduino boards. Then this is our IoT kit. This is multi-control IoT kit. We have microcontrollers, Uno, Raspberry Pi, ESP and STM32, and some sensors are already embedded in the kit. This is our 3D printer. The 3D printing is already going on in this particular system. These are certain examples of the products which we have created using our 3D printer. This is the Arduino software which is used for the programming by the students, and once the program is run, then it can be transferred to the hardware kit, and then accordingly the hardware project runs. These are some sensors and some hardware kits. These are the projects which are done by the students. This is the smart irrigation system. This is the LPG gas detector system, flood detection and early warning system, soil moisture monitoring system. This is the smart wristband which can be used by further disabled people, and this is the smart stick. These are certain further known hardware kit of our IoT lab.
Welcome to a sensor control and DTM lab.
So this is sensors and control system lab. This lab is basically divided into 2 parts. The first part deals with the transducer. This is displacement transducer, strain gauge, and the most commonly used pressure transducer, where the pressure is converted. Then the second part consists of the modulation. The modulation, frequency modulation, amplitude modulation. So this is AM transmitter, AM receiver, and the sampling and reconstruction technique. So this is sensors. In this lab, we learn about the communication skills, presentation skills, and we talk about how to build your vocabulary.
Welcome to our applied physics lab.
In this lab, we have fundamental applied physics experiment, where we have the optical fiber setup to measure the numerical aperture of the optical fiber. This is the experiment to study the band gap of the fiber. Okay. We also have Mendel's experiment to measure the frequency of vibration within the string. In this experiment, we have the Resage's figure on the CRO. As we change the phase, we see the change in the Resage's figure. This is the experiment to study the frequency of vibration and simulation. Optics-based experiments here. The first experiment that we have is the study of the diffraction pattern using helium neon laser and diffraction degree. As you can see, we have the diffraction pattern for different orders of helium. We calculate the wavelength of the helium neon laser using the pattern that we observed on the scale. The second experiment we have is to measure the wavelength of the sodium lamp using Newton's ring setup.
Here we see the interference pattern through the telescope. This is the polarimeter experiment where we study the optical rotation of the liquid in sugar solution using the polarimeter. This is a diffraction grating experiment where we calculate the wavelength of the mercury lamp using a diffraction grating with the help of a spectrometer.
This is our applied chemistry lab.
Perform the different applied chemistry experiments. We perform different titrations to determine the chemical properties of water like hardness, alkalinity, chloride ion concentration, copper ion concentration. Like here we perform the experiment to determine hardness of water. Initially, it's a wine red color for color solution. As we continue the titration with the electrolyte solution, the color of the solution changes from a green red color initially.
So welcome everyone to the WIPS family. Now I would like to welcome Honorable Chairman Sir. It is my immense pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Professor Nidhi Sharma, Controller of Admission and Examination. I would request ma'am to come and share some words.
A very good afternoon, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome our Honorable Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, Professor of Practice, Head of Career Guidance Cell, Professor Harsh Juneja Sir, Professor Neha Ranjan Sir, and all the dear faculty members and dear students. Now I would like to invite Dr. Neha Ranjan to appraise the students about AI and machine learning as a program, BTech program. So please.
Honorable Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, my colleagues and dear students. Good morning everyone and welcome to the WIPS family. I'm sitting here since last 40 minutes but I could not find the excitement in you. Whenever we played the video, I could not find the spark in you. Nobody clapped. Are you not excited? It seems. So how many of you have gone through our website and seen the mission and vision of our school? Anyone? Come on, don't say that you have not gone through the website. We have made it for you only. There are certain keywords like we will, what? Ignite curiosity in you. We will nurture the talent and innovation in you. So just you see, we have to wake up. You have all the skills like a Hanuman and we have to do certain things like that so that we have to remind you. Well, I'm here to speak on OB, something which I will definitely speak. But before that, let me tell you about myself. I'm having 21 years of experience in teaching. More than 21 years. Where were you 21 years back? At that time, I started teaching in universities and colleges. Topper at undergraduate level, one of the best programmers. How many programming languages I have learned, I myself don't know, but I'm a quick learner, and so you have to be. The stream which you have chosen is the most challenging. Even I'm a learner there, and you are also. AI, the future, isn't it? No, it is not future. It is the present. Most of us are like the cat drinking milk by closing the eyes so that everything is normal. All is well. No, all is not well. We are lacking behind. You know, when AI knocked the doors, the legal community and the governments, they say that the AI research should be paused. We are not yet ready to embrace it. You cannot deny it. You can delay it. And the stream which you have chosen is the most challenging one. So the onus lies on you. Now you have a bigger responsibility. Say, when a bridge falls in Bihar, you say that the engineer should be hanged. What if something goes wrong out of an app? What if because of floating point calculations my mission Mangal or Moon fails? Who should be held responsible for you? You were the programmer. Why you will not take the responsibility? So you are not going to be an ordinary programmer, and you don't have excuses. You have to be a very, very smart programmer. Because of the poor programmers, streams like software engineering have come up where we have to go for the testing, analysis, and other things. Your work should be flawless. You have to keep a benchmark for that. Anyways, here we follow something called OBE. How many of you know about OBE? None of you? This is the beauty of modern education, outcome-based education. What do you expect as an outcome after 4 years? 6-digit salary? Isn't it? But in lieu of that, as a company, what I expect, what the organizations have decided, there are certain characteristics, attributes, supatrata. What qualities you should have? Let me read out to you so that I do not forget. Engineering knowledge, whatever is taught to you, that has to be well understood from fundamentals to advanced. That is the number one. And it covers everything, whatever you have in mind. But apart from this number one, there are 11 more attributes. Problem analysis. The art of analysis has to be there. Analysis comes from here. You cannot be a parrot. Mug up and write in the exam hall, you get good marks, CGPA 9.9. That will not yield you. We don't want parrots. We want analysts. Analysts are given highest salary. Remember, if you want to get good salary, you have to be an analyst. For that, you will have to be an expert of the subject. Design and development solutions. So you have analyzed, you have to design the solutions, keeping in view the public health, society, environment. You cannot create anything which is not good for the humans and the society. This ethical principle has to be in you inculcate. If you are creating a product, maybe you are designing a product, the material which you choose. You cannot keep certain responsibilities aside. Conduct investigations and of complex problems. You have to do a thorough investigation before you come up with the ideas. Nothing should be half-cooked. Uses of modern tools. Why we need modern tools? Everybody is crazy about iPhone 5, 15, 14 purana ho gaya 15. But what about the tools? Say, I want to fix my face using MS Paint. Can you do it? Which software you require? Adobe Photoshop, that is paid. Any alternative to Adobe Photoshop? Open source tool, GIMP. How many of you have you heard the name? GIMP also does a very good job, but all of these are bitmaps, right? So you should have awareness about the modern tools. They give you an edge. Suppose in C, you write a program for matrix multiplication 30 lines. In Python, I do it in 1 line. A job which can be done in 30 days has to be, if somebody can do it in 1 day, it gives immense advantages to the team, the company, right? So you have to be always updated with the tools also. engineering and society. You have to take care of the engineering and the society also. Society is important. If you see our vision, there are 3 P's. People, planet, and profit in our vision. People, the first thing which we give the emphasis, we have to be people-oriented. We have to take care of their interest. And next is environment and sustainability. The developments, the things which you make, solutions, they are to be sustainable, and we have to take care of Mother Earth also. So environment friendly has to be. Number 1, 8, ethics. For me, it is primary. If you are ethical, in the long run, you will be the victorious. If you lose ethics, big players will come who are more unethical to you, and they will defeat you like anything. So if you try to play the game with unethical practices, you will always be a loser. आपने पड़ोसी से चीटिंग करके लिखा, एक बगल वाला है उसने पूरी की पूरी कॉपी टॉपर की जाकर के लिख दी, उतार दी. आपने एक क्वेश्चंस कॉपी किया, उसने 10 कॉपी कर दिए. So if you follow unethical practices, you are not going anywhere. Individual and teamwork. This is one of the biggest things. Sometimes it may happen that you are very talented, you are topper, and this is the problem with the very studious people. They are number 1 individually, but when it comes to team play, they are very weak. An Indian is better than 4 Japanese, but 1 Japanese is better than 4 Indians. I hope you understand the meaning of this. So if you do not have team spirit, please develop it. Otherwise, you won't fit any one of the teams. And none of the organizations goes by people, person-oriented. None of the organizations, neither the management fundamental says that any process should be person-oriented. It has to be process-oriented, and the team has to lead. There is a very good saying that if you want fast, you walk alone, but if you want to walk a long distance, you move with the team. Next, communications. What I have seen throughout my experiences, that most of you can speak English well. But when it comes to technical writing, technical speaking, most of you are very, very poor. Or rather than keeping your statements very generic, sometimes you take one example and define or give the definitions around one thing only. As a result of which you write poor technical reports. It is not only you, it is with me, other community also, we Indians also, when we write research papers and thesis, this is one of the very common thing. Knowing English and writing technical details or technical documents are 2 different things. So from the very first day, you have to catch up the buzzwords clearly and use them effectively. They do not have second meaning. They do not create ambiguity. Our natural language is ambiguous. For example, roko mat jane do. Roko mat jane do. Roko mat jane do. Can you see the difference in the interpretation? There are several examples which I can tell you in all the languages, but technical language has to be unambiguous. And that is why when you read the books also, sometimes you will have to read it twice or thrice to understand it. Project management and finance. This is where your journey starts. Now you have to manage within your pocket money. Don't ask for extra pocket money, whatever you are getting. Whatever you plan A, B, C, both has to be ready. You cannot move with one plan, right? We will discuss later on. Lifelong learning is something which I have already told. And apart from this, one thing which I emphasize, when you work with your peers, be empathetic to them. What is the meaning of empathy? Sahanubhuti. All of us are fighting some battle. The world is not outside. There are many worlds inside. Bahut sari duniya hai, where we keep on hopping. So you do not know what kind of world is inside the other guy who is sitting next to you. Be humble, be kind, and I remember a few lines which I would like to tell. सूखी मिट्टी से कभी कोई मूर्त नहीं बन पाएगी. सूखी मिट्टी से कभी कोई मूर्त नहीं बन पाएगी. जब भी हवा चलेगी यह मिट्टी अपनी धूल उड़ाएगी. तू सजल बादल बन, तू सजल बादल बन, जल के छींटे देता चल, ये दुनिया सूखी मिट्टी है, तू प्रेम के छींटे देता चल. Be humble, be kind, all the best. We are here to hold your hands throughout this journey so that when the day of convocation comes, you remember this and our targets should be achieved. Thank you, and have a good day to everyone.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightening talk. So as we absorb those rich insights, let's transition into our next segment. I would now like to invite Professor Nidhi Sharma, Controller of Admission and Examinations. So welcome, ma'am. I would like to have.
A very good morning to all present here. With the blessings and support of Board of Management, our school is entering the 4th year of engineering. The person instrumental in making this happen is our visionary chairman, Dr. Dr. S.C. Vats, sir, with his eye and also our vice chairman, sir, Shri Vineet Vats, with his eye on detail. We are having the best infrastructural facilities and academic facility also. A journey of 1,000 miles began with a single step, a quote by a Chinese scholar. My dear students, I welcome you all to this journey of 4 years filled with attainment of knowledge and learning, following 4 ethos, that is curiosity, creativity, capability, and contribution. This journey will transform you from being a student to a mature professional. Code of conduct. Dear students, I would like to appraise you regarding Code of Conduct of WIPS Technical Campus as well as academic scheme to be followed during your 4-year of journey. So, students, have you seen this particular page, front page? Have you seen it? कहाँ देखा है आपने? So, have you gone through it? Have you gone through Code of Conduct? So again, today also, I'll reinforce the Code of Conduct with each and every one of you. Since we have got such a good infrastructural facility as well as very good faculty, so you need to ensure proper decorum inside the institute. That is how you are going to become a better individual. So students are expected to maintain high standard of discipline and decorum, and they have to maintain or inculcate healthy fellow feelings. So that is the first point, that is you need to maintain proper discipline and decorum. Now there is zero tolerance. Now there is zero tolerance towards ragging, not even for fun. Such type of teasing is not at all allowed, be it in peer group also. Student always must wear identity card, I-card inside the institute campus. As of now, you are not having I-card. As soon as your enrollment number are issued, you will get an I-card and it should be across your neck. every time you enter into WIPS Technical Campus premises. Until you leave, it should be across your neck. Now, students are expected to be regular and punctual in class. Now, if you are not being punctual, if your class starts at 9 o'clock and you reach there by 9:15, that means teacher has got every right to mark you absent. So you need to take care of this. Student must wear appropriate and dignified clothes as per to maintain the dignity of the institute. Now, in library, when you are in library, then you have to maintain silence, making noise outside and inside the classrooms when other class is running, other class is being conducted. Again, it is a big no. Now, it is a duty as well as responsibility of student to keep our campus neat, clean and green. Another thing is, students should always wish your teachers, whenever you come across board of management, chairman sir, vice chairman sir, senior professor, you should wish, always wish. That will create a goodwill, and you will also get a lot of blessings from seniors. So, second, any misbehavior or misconduct towards faculty or admin staff, it is a big no. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, another thing is, cell phone inside classroom, laboratory or library, and any academic or during any academic activity is strictly not allowed. So you can just go through code of conduct given in your handbook, and you need to follow it mandatorily and religiously. Now, the next topic that is very important is academic and evaluation scheme. Now, as you enter the first semester, what is the duration of single semester according to you? Is it 6 months? It is only 3.5 months effectively. You are having only 15 weeks of teaching. Again, बहुत सारे ऐसे program आ जाते हैं, तो it is again effectively reduced. So you are having theory as well as practical component. So T represent theory, P represent practical, and NUS is non-university examination scheme. Now, if coming to the marking scheme, in theory scheme, we are having midterm examination, continuous evaluation, and end semester examination. In practical exam, we are having internal as well as external examination. So, in theory scheme, covering the continuous evaluation, you need to submit assignment, class test, and attendance is of foremost importance. Coming to the breakage of marks, in theory, we are having 60 marks weightage given to end term theory as well as practical examination, and 40 marks weightage is given to internal practical examination as well as midterm theory examination. Now, scheme is slightly different for CSE and VLSI. And since you are AIML students, so I'll only focus on scheme of AIML. That is applicable from batch 2023. You will be having 2 midterm examination. Your academic session starts from mid of August, that's right. आपका mid of August ही हो गया almost. So you will be having your first midterm examination exactly after 7 weeks of teaching. So after 7 weeks of teaching, in first midterm examination, unit 1 and 2, that is half of your syllabus will be covered. And it will be, it is of 20 marks weightage. Out of 40 marks, 20 marks is given to first midterm examination. That will cover your 50% of the syllabus. Then again, after 4 weeks of teaching, you will be having second midterm examination in which your third and fourth unit will be covered, and it will be of 10 marks weightage. So that completes your 20 plus 10, 30 marks. Now, regarding rest of the 10 marks, you have to submit 2 assignments within stipulated time. That is assignment 1 just before first midterm examination and assignment 2 just before second midterm examination. So that so only how much of marks is left? 5 marks is left. So 5 marks is for class participation and response, including your attendance, your presentation, case study, or any other thing, quizzes, and so on. So this is the marking scheme that will be followed. And regarding promotion to the next year, you need to attain 50% of the credit. If we make some total of credit of first and second semester, it comes out to be 50 credits. So out of those credit, the minimum credit that you need to acquire is 25. If you could not achieve 25 credit, then it will lead to year back. And again, your tenure of BTech will be extended. So, again, next is attendance rule. As per Ordinance 11 of GGS IPU, attainment of 75% attendance is required. Under certain circumstances, relaxation of 5% may be given if there is some medical reason or such reason. Otherwise, you need to attain 75% of attendance. And if anyone is not able to attain 75% attendance, then he or she may get detained. And the student will not be allowed to appear in end-term examination. Now, as a new student, you may need certain information or help. So for that, for general queries or information or any kind of help, you can go to room number 101. Over there, program administrator. There is a sitting for program administrator. If it is related to examination, you can come to room number 302. Then, for any medical related issue, or you can visit ground floor medical room that is behind engineering block. Now there is sports room on the 3rd floor, room number 310, girls common room in room number 314, and boys common room 309. But it will only be open once your class gets over. So that is all from my side regarding scheme, examination scheme, and code of conduct. All the best, dear student. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us a glimpse of code and conduct and the examination strategy that we are going to follow, and also some of the basic things that we are going to follow at the institute. So I think a lot of students would have got the insights. So we are there to help you. So now I would like to welcome our next speaker, Mr. Harsh Duneja, Professor in Practice, who will be enlightening us on VSENT Career Development Center.
A very good morning to all of you here. 200 students or soldiers of tomorrow of Viksit Bharat, and we have this kind of voice coming in. Let me repeat once again from my side. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. Honorable Chairman Sir, Dr. S.C. Watts, Vice Chairman Sir Vineet Watts, my colleagues from the Career Development Center, all the professors present here, friends and students. You heard two speakers actually, a lot of induction. I think induction is an introduction to the college, right? You come here, this is your first or second day. A lot of things to learn, a lot of aspirations, a lot of ambitions, a lot of goals which you have in your mind, which you need to achieve regarding your own self, your own development, your own training, learning, and also your career. Not to forget the goal of your life. I don't know if you guys have made that one yet or not. It's very important. I'll touch that point subsequently. You heard what you need to do in your college, do's and don'ts. You heard about examination, right? What are the marks, how you need to prepare yourself, be ready. And I'm going to take you to a journey where your career gets developed and eventually you become a part of the professional life as a good human. That's most important. How many of you have decided that after doing 4 years here, I am not going to work as a professional in the industry? Can you raise your hands, please? No one. So I'm glad all want to become a successful professional. Is that correct? Yes. If you raise your hands and if you speak loudly, it'll motivate me to speak more, right? And guide you as much as I can. Because I want interactive. Your 4 years journey begins now, but it's step by step, right? It's not a building that gets made over a day, overnight. Brick by brick. So you have to move step by step. You have to learn not only to study the engineering part, but much more than that. And when I say much more than that, these could be your day-to-day investment of time which you do, the energy which you have, the show which you do here, the presence which you can make felt, you can make your presence felt when you meet someone, when you greet someone. But what you invest as a time is what is most important. Now, let me give you an example. If you think a similar way, you are all an engineers, and I believe this is all AI ML class, right? AI ML? Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I love it. My definition, when I addressed one of the AI ML class, was totally different. Now, for you, it must be what artificial intelligence, machine learning. I know it's going to be a lot of learning for you for the next 4 years, but I give you one basic of AI and ML today. वो थोड़ा गांठ बांध के रुमाल में अपने जेब में आप रख लीजिएगा जरूर, ठीक है? For me, the AI is areas of improvement, because always anybody, even if he is the professor, even if he is the prime minister, or he is, the professional in the career, in the industry, every day there is an area of improvement, and you need to find that out. If you find that area of improvement, then you also get to the ML part, which is not machine learning, it is my learning. how do I overcome that area of improvement? But if you don't identify, you don't get that. So that's the most important thing. Your own investment of time which you do, return on investment, it's every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. I'm telling you the science, which you all learned, I think, in your classes, in school as well. If your investment is in a mobile phone to watch something different, and what you have is, not what exactly is required, your investment is not in the right things. Your investment of the time has to be in learning what you know, okay? Then you get your results out of that. You also learned, I think, in mathematics, y is equal to mx plus c. Now, it defines the trend. Your 3 dots, what investment of time you do now would define your career, would define your future. That's, I think, the basic message I wanted to, drive here very clearly before, I give you what you require for the career. Why I chose Career Development Center? Because it's a development. It's a process of the 4 years. It's not that at the end of the 4th year, you would get the company coming in and you would be, ready, giving interview, and you will get selected. So not only that, you have to prepare yourself for the interview, because I think one of the speakers talked about communication, and I am going to be very, very, particular about how do you communicate is going to decide whether you get selected or not. One is your learning, the technical part which you will do in the classroom through the professor, but the other is your behaviors, your communication. So that development is also going to take place. So hence we are calling it that it's a development and it's a journey, step by step. What we are going to do in a simple word is we are empowering you, we are skilling you, we are imparting the knowledge and the competence for a successful career. That's the mission, with the Career Development Center which you would have. We are committed, right, to give you and provide you with a comprehensive training and the placement support. It's a support, but it's only you who have to be capable to come forward, learn what we are teaching you, and show it to the companies who come in actually. And let me introduce, I'm Harsh Juneja, Professor of Practice. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Dr. Saab, for coming here. But let me take a minute and telling something about myself. I worked in 3 companies. I got 36 years of corporate experience behind me. This is the first time standing in front of you as a student to teach. I used to teach the professionals. But it's an opportunity. I've spent 11 years in Escorts. I joined as a management trainee and left as a head of the department marketing in Escorts. Then I, from automobile industry, came to office automation. I joined Xerox, joined as a BOM. You will say, what is a BOM? It's a branch operations manager, but it was a BOM's role because you had to handle the large operations. And I left them after about 11 years as head of the top 4 in Xerox in India, getting ESOPs from US, from Animal Kai. So it was an achievement becoming a top 4 from us BOM. And then I joined telecommunication, which is Tata. For 14 years I was there in Tata. Joined as a cluster head and left as head of the enterprise wing. I will share more about enterprise on strategic alliances. I'm sure getting a chance, if you have time, you come to Career Development Center, see the visibility that we have tried to create, and how to become a successful professional in your career is what is shown step by step. I can give you the practical side, and that's how my designation is Professor of Practice. You have a lot of professors who will teach you the theory, but I'll tell you how the practical side of the professional side works. I have Hemant Kumar. Let me introduce Hemant. Why don't you stand? He's a training and placement officer in the Career Development Center. Thank you, Hemant. And we also have Sanjeev Khatri as an admin support. He will also be seen every day in the Career Development Center. I also have a faculty team who is supporting Mr. Ankur, Dr. Gopal, Dr. Nisha, Dr. Nikita, and Dr. Shivanga. I'm sure they're taking the classes. Dr. Nikita is here, and she will, why don't you stand up and show off yourself, so Dr. Nikita is a part of the career development team. Year 1. Found on the top you have plan your work, and the bottom you have work your plan. और बीच में लिखा होता है if in doubt please ask. So my first suggestion to you is, if at all you are having any doubt, do not hesitate to speak. Get up, ask your professor, clear your doubts. Now why I'm saying this, because I'm giving an example of the last month or last week probably, right? I had a company for placement which has come here, and I was very hopeful that, a lot of students 281 students participated. 281 students participated. It was an online test, technical test, which these guys have learned over a period of time in the last 3 years. They are in the 4th year now, and the company comes and takes test. From US, a link is downloaded to all our terminals. We got about 300-400 terminals here. They are sitting here. 5 people from the company, including the HR head, technical head, and 3 support staff comes in here. They are invigilators in different rooms where the link is downloaded. 281 students participated. Any guess how many got through to that test, 1-hour test? Any guesses from you guys? Paper leak ho gaya lagta hai. So out of 281, only 25 students qualified in the technical round. I was amazed. I was disheartened. I said, जो चीज आपने 3 साल में सीखी है, you can't even achieve that. And when I called some of the students, what happened? This company has given you a test, and this is what you learned in 3 years. He said, sir, वो platform different था. Now, what is a platform? You will say, मैं गाड़ी पकड़ने जा रहा हूँ, प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर हो रहा है, suddenly announce होगी, गाड़ी प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 2 पे है. You will miss the train. You will not. You have to practice, and that's what I am emphasizing on. If you have not practiced and practiced, you would at the end of the year, end of the 3rd year, when we call, the companies and ask for the placement, you will only struggle. I'm giving you and driving you a very strong message. Please be warning. It's a caution, it's a warning, whatever you may take it, or a request. You are the ones who are the pillars of tomorrow. For WIPS, for the country, for the, globe. And only you can decide what you will do. Nobody else. I think Swami Vivekananda ji has said, and this institute has the name, every day spend some time with a person who is you, right? Alone. Otherwise you will miss somebody who's an excellent guy in you. So be quiet for some time. We got Inner Space over here. I don't know, how many of you have seen Inner Space? Only 1, 2, 3. So we have beautiful, as you go out on your right here, you will have a place has been created for you to meditate what you are, what you need to do, how you can be successful. And you will do. Now you may say, okay, fine, this is, I know it already, But you would realize that subsequently, what is the importance of knowing you? What you don't know is about yourself. What kind of potential you have. What kind of best practices you may have, but you're not showing up. So foundation is what is required, and you are responsible for that foundation. In that we'll have academic focus, which already the professor will do. There are a lot of extracurricular activities. These are societies and clubs, and I'm sure at the end we'll have more details about it, so I'm not taking time. So you will have workshop, seminar. My request to participate in as much as possible with your limited time. And we have the communication skill, which I said, this is what is going to decide. The presentation skill. The way I'm standing in front of you and presenting myself to you. You should be, I want that at the end of the 3rd year, not 4th year, okay? At the end of the 3rd year, when you are ready for the corporate, before I put you to the corporate, you should be able to present what you are and what you have achieved in the last 3 years to me or my team. Then I will put you to the corporate for an interview. We will help you. As I tell you, this is what we do in Career Development Cell. We will help you be positive, do teamwork, and a lot of other skills which you learn. Let me take a pause here and introduce you to a beautiful and a learned professor of English. She is Dr. Nikita, who's helping us out in the communication skill and the development. She's going to spend 5 minutes with you, and then I will continue.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to one and all present here. Respected guest, I'm sorry. So with reference to it, see what is happening right now is something, the moment which you'll recall day after day as the initial point of your WIPS TC journey. And I, Dr. Nikita Sharma, working as an assistant professor, the subjects which I teach include communication skills and human values. So this is fine. Am I audible in the end? So this works. Thank you. So I'll be teaching you communication skills and universal human values. And if I'm not audible, you are supposed to correct me right then and there. Because when it comes to communication, it is not something which starts after this. You have to start it from the first point itself. Being nervous is not wrong. It makes you practice, it makes you believe that you're cautious enough to act in a way which is the most prescribed way. There will be hurdles in your journey, but remember that when it comes to taking the action, it is you who is going to be taking it up. Nobody else can do your job for you, and you have to realize it from the first day itself. Although I'm just supposed to talk about communication skills, but let me just start with a lot of questions which are running in your mind right now. And there is multiple things, like multiple platitude of things which are there. Like why we are sitting over here, why this orientation is happening. First day of college, which I have asked in my classes per se, I've assumed that you imagine it to be something which is there in the movies or any other thing which is there in your fictional mind. I'm telling it out to you that when it comes to practice, you have to come and you have to believe that when we are orienting you with these things, they're the starting of your career. They will set the parameter for your soft skills and your personality. Because how you behave, that comes as a forefront. We are not waiting for you to be there in the final year. We are not waiting for you to be the candidate for the future. We are imagining it that as soon as you join the company, and I'm calling it a company because I want the professionals to be there. So when you're coming for the interview, it is assumed that BTech student graduates will be professional candidates. And I'm talking with reference to a lot of companies which me and Harsh sir, we have contacted. He'll be talking about the companies later, but I'm requesting you, don't wait for the time. This is one of the primary requests which I'm making, because right now I can request you, you're there in the first day of the college. So as an attribute of professionalism, there are certain basics which are required in communication. Starting with how you talk, what pauses do you take, how you're walking in the corridor, that will also consider in terms of your soft skills, how you conduct yourself. When you're talking and exchanging greetings to the other person, be it just a good morning and a good afternoon to a faculty member, the tonality plays a lot of role. And understand, respect is something which is supposed to be gained. It is never given. So we will give you the respect with reference to our students. And I want something which I can state openly in front of everyone, that I want the students to be disciplined. We were talking about the code of conduct, but when it comes to the practice, we have seen that you tend to cross the line. And I'm telling it out to you on behalf of the management that we'll not tolerate it. There are certain things which are required. Of course, it is college. We'll give you the privileges which are there, but try to behave in a manner which is according to the professional attributes. We are talking about the 4-year journey, which is just going to be the inception stone right now. And I'm talking about something which will be in terms of your professional career. So you will become a person which you are wanting to become. And when we talk about the process, it starts with the way you communicate. With the greeting, with the exchange, with the way you conduct yourself on a daily basis. We want you to be punctual in terms of your qualities, which are there in terms of the classroom etiquettes and behaviors. And wearing an I-card means something that you respect the organization. You are supposed to be there in terms of everything, which are the attributes. And when we are talking about, like, there are these topics which are mentioned, soft skills, presentation, positive thinking. We are building the career of students who are willing to make their character shine. So when it comes to the job, we are not looking for a particular person who is able to hire for the job, because most of you might be working for your own entrepreneurship, working for your startups, and imagining yourself to be the influencers of the next generation. We give you the credit, we give you the scope, we give you the support. But when it comes to your presentation, we are aiming for a strong individual candidate of this college who is representing WIPS outside the domain. So I am requesting you again, this is the potential to be what you want to be. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nikita. And thank you, student, for listening. But I was observing while standing the last two rows, right? Dr. Nikita is talking about communication, behavior, and some of the guys are sitting like this. If you, and I've seen, this kind of thing is okay. I'm saying you may be having some problem. If a company comes, right, and it comes for taking your interview, and you walk like this and sit like this, do you think the company is going to select you? Your ultimate aim in these 4-year journey when you're taking admission to the college is to become a successful professional. You all said yes. So learn from day one from what Dr. Nikita said, and I'm going to take you through that as well. Not only learn, imbibe in you, inject in your blood so that whenever the blood flows, you speak a nice, your communication is beautiful. Beautiful, I say. Beautiful is the word. So thank you, Dr. Nikita, for the foundation. So first year, the foundation is important. And hence, my apology if you not liked what I said, but please maintain your discipline. When a speaker is, talking, he's talking, thinking, right? Communicating for your own development. Do I need to develop myself, or you need to develop now after spending 36 years in my professional career, and now I'm almost 64. I learn every day, even today. Let me tell you, when people were sleeping, छुट्टी हो गया है, वो lockdown हो गया है, बंद हो गया है, सब कुछ. Those 2 years were precious for me to learn various softwares at home, to specialize, to excel, to upskill, to move ahead in life, to see if the children can do something, why I cannot do, right? That kind of a zeal, that kind of passion needs to be there. I'm trying to inject that in you. Are you ready? Thank you. जुनून होना चाहिए आवाज में भी और अंदाज में भी, वरना उम्मीद लगा के तो सारी दुनिया ही बैठी रहती है ना? So later on in the second year, you will have skill development, right? You will have, I use this word consciously, you will have skill development. You need to develop. And I give you the example, मेरे में अगर जज्बा नहीं है, ज़ील नहीं है, इच्छा नहीं है, आगे कैसे काम होएगा? So we will have technical skill program, we will have certification program, training program. The company, we have hackathons. We did recently a couple of them. We also had one event. I think I'll share that subsequently with you. Like you have Shark Tank. You must have seen in the TV. So it was a similar kind of a program which we had. We gave the students, some subject to talk, and they presented to us how their company is going to behave. So we'll do that subsequently. Year 3 is the year of specialization and experience, where you will do internships and also a little bit of career enhancement. Now this is a journey. You can always this is a standee which is already created. It is lying in this thing. So I'm not taking you through. Year 4 is the placement in the career. I'm not saying this is the most important year. Today is most important, not tomorrow. If today's steps are taken one by one, firmly, right, cautiously, proactively, in the journey, what you are going to learn, right? And don't worry about it. If there are 100 things told to you, pick up best 5 and specialize in those best 5, right? Specialize in those best 5, okay? Now, these are some of the internship highlight because we have yet to have a year which is past and the students are there in the placement. So internship is one thing which I thought I will highlight. We had 240 plus students who had internship offers. You can see the letters which are lying there in the Career Development Center. You can see there. The companies are 110. There are multiple students also who went there. Some of the government establishments are DRDO, NTPC, there also we had. We have done a lot of extensive work in tying up with IITs. I think one of the, Professor Deepika is going to share some more detail about it. But IIT Delhi, IIT Mandi, IIT Guwahati, we had tie-ups. Our students went there. In fact, 40 students went there recently to IIT Guwahati for a training program. Participate in those. All those are for you. The tie-ups are all for you. So participate in those, learn, right? And then your CV is stronger. Okay, you've done some training program with IIT also. Okay? And there are pre-placements training and for the students. So these are some of the, I thought, highlights. You know, these are IITs where students have done. These are some of the PSUs where, you know, the students have done the placement. These are some of the companies. I can't cover all, you know, 118, but some of the big names, I have already put them across so that it comes to your mind to trigger your mind and create, you know, some stir that are you having a goal that in one of the company I should have my placement offer? Do you? Do you? Oh, I think I will be. Now you have some passion coming in. Thank you. So these are some of the companies, and these are, I think, more details I have given. We also do industrial visits, and I think that gives you an exposure. Some of the companies, right, where recently we've taken the students. We also invited some industry experts, and this is a regular activity. So whenever we send you a communication that an industry expert is coming, do not miss your seat, right? Because the words of wisdom which they will present and share with you in half an hour or an hour's talk are not going to be told to you in any of the books in the next 4 years. This is going to be the juice of their experience of 30, 40, 50 years when these people come and share their words. Don't miss that out, okay? We should have a scenario that we have invited a guest. 180 seats are there in our seminar hall. There should be 200 students queuing. I want to hear. Is that correct? Thank you. We had also some expert talks coming in from HCL and Kaidoco. In fact, by the way, some students are already there in Kaidoco. These are some upcoming visits. Divya Rawat from Deloitte, she's already confirmed. We do not have a slot. If you come to my room, there is a calendar. It's already full for August. So we are looking at these guests in the month of September. Dipali Dugal from Amazon is going to come in. Manav from the Central Secretariat Service, he's going to come in. So these are some future visits. We also have Tech for Change. Now this is a foundation. Now, anybody, I know, I asked this question earlier. Anybody who's got an aspiration to join or begin as a startup? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Very good. I think that's nice. So we got the tie-up with NASSCOM Foundation. This foundation, and let me tell you, in Delhi, there were 150 students who shared their willingness to have a startup, okay? And from WIPS alone, there are 30 out of entire Delhi. There are so many colleges and so many universities, by the way. So NASSCOM Foundation is going to take a test, take a presentation from you guys if you are interested in a startup, You have to participate regularly in their forums, and then they have to assess you. If they find you good, you will get 5 lakh rupees as a startup fund. Okay, so that's another initiative. So those who are interested, this is a thing for them. So we have an entrepreneurship cell also, right? So it does the future innovation. So I asked, it is good for you guys, 7, 8 people who raised their hands. For aspiring entrepreneurs, it's a kind of a research center. We give them opportunities, right? We mentor them. We also help them networking with the right kind of industries, folks who are already working on those similar projects. And those ideation, becomes a successful business venture. We also have an ideathon. My purpose of putting all this is I want to see if any initiative is taken, right? And we're going to have many. We've already discussed, I think, with the TPO and other people. I want to see there are 10 seats, 50 students are coming in to participate. Sir, I want to participate in your program. That's going to teach you, make you learn a lot of things in life, okay? So this was one of the initiatives which was taken. Again, this program I talked about, like Shark Tank, we had, the team name was Enigma. And this is here, the students. And this eCell, which I shared with you, it's managed by the students by themselves. So why don't you, from the first year, come forward and say, I want to be a part of Career Development Center, I want to be a part of eCell for your own learning, okay? So I only say the end. Education is not the filling of a pail, but lighting up the fire. You must have heard, the poem, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fill the pail of water, bucket. So we are not only going to fill the pail with water or education or training or whatever the thing. It is for you. We have to ignite the fire. And if in the last half an hour, I have done that job of igniting fire in your mind, I've done my job. So our job is to ignite fire. Your job is to learn and also show us what you have learned at the end of the 4th year. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for your time and concentration on me. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us about the career prospects that we have. So I am pretty much sure a lot of you will be honing your skills and making the best use of it, no matter what you want to do, whether you want to have your startups or you want to go for a job. So yeah, that's about it. So now I would request Dr. Ashish Kumar to come on stage, who will be enlightening us on the technical societies of Vivekananda School of Engineering and Technologies. So let's welcome our...
Good morning to all of you. It's going to be nearly noon. A very exciting presentation by Harsh. Really, you have infused some energy into these young minds. What are you here for? Can you know the purpose of your coming here and joining Vivekananda Institute of Engineering? How many of you know the purpose behind your joining? What's the purpose behind your joining this institute? What are you coming for? What's the purpose of your life? And what future do you envisage for yourself when you become engineers by qualification? How many of you have secured above 90% marks in the CBSE? They will raise their hands, those who secured 90% and above. 90% above. Okay. And who secured 99%? Is there anyone amongst the audience to have secured 99% marks? In our 5 years law, we have a girl student who has secured 99% marks. She will be pursuing her 5 years law here after securing 99% marks. She has too many offers, but her vision is very clear that she wants to be a judge. Primarily in the Delhi Judicial Service, then going to a higher judicial service, and then she likes to be judge on the High Court, and then gradually graduate to be a Supreme Court judge. She has envisioned for herself that she wants to be a judge from day one. She has secured 99% in her CBSE exam. And she took admission at the management quota because she could not secure a high rank in the common entrance test or in the CLAT. There's a CLAT nationalized, common entrance test for the national law schools. She failed to qualify, but 99% marks out of 100, each subject 99. So something very exceptional. She had a very clear vision as to what she wanted to be, and she has taken admission here under the management quota 99%. She is very clear that I want to be in Indian judiciary, because justice delivery system in our country is very lethargic. 67 of the people who graduated from this institute are judges and additional session judges, and one of them has been nominated as the junior most judge in the High Court. So this institution which you have joined has a very checkered history of proving ourselves when it comes to being judges, being anchor persons, being producers, those who are astronomers, photography, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. We have got a boy called Raghu Kalra, who does only doing the solar eclipse. He has toured the world around. He goes anywhere he feels there's a solar eclipse, seen in that, observed in that country, he goes there. Now I'm coming to the nuts and bolts of the engineering part of it. Do you know how many patents India has? How many patents? Commercially viable patents, what I'm saying, when your work produces something worthwhile for the use of the society. Those things get patented when you have a copyright on that patent. When you are intellectual property, through intellectual property, you create a patent. India has only 1,300 patents, which are commercially viable. Those patents can earn foreign exchange for India. But as compared to India, China has 37,000 patents. Where does India stand? We are 1,300 and there are 37,000 patents there. The Hyperloop technology. Have you heard of the Hyperloop technology? Have you heard of YouTube, the tube railways? How many of you have traveled by tube railways? How many of you have traveled? Yes, raise your hand if you have traveled. Which country did you go to? Which country you traveled by the tube railways? Japan? Did you go to Alaska or any other country? Raise your hand and the girl sitting in the last stage. You have traveled the YouTube and the tube railways? No, you haven't. Okay. So 76 students from IIT Madras, through Hyperloop technology, they have created a railway wagon on about a 1 kilometer, length, which gives you a speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. 1,000 kilometers per hour. 76 students from IIT Madras. Engineering with ideas, engineering is something to do with the instrumentation. If I ask you something, shall you be honest? Supposing one particular teacher of a given subject has not come on that day, is on leave, how will you be spending your time? A teacher for some reason has not come to the class. Yes, you are scratching your forehead. Tell me, what are you thinking of? What shall you be doing at the time? There arises a situation where the teacher has not come for certain reasons. He or she is sick and is on sick leave. What shall you be doing during the time? You'll go to the Amul outlet here, you'll go to your canteen, you'll loiter around in the lawns. What shall you be doing during the time? There's no teacher to take that particular period at a given time. The timetable, that is vacuum. How many of you will be utilizing that time in what manner? Any reply? Suppose a teacher has applied for a medical leave or is on sick leave. How shall you be utilizing that 1 hour, 1.5 hour? You don't have any idea. Can you give me an idea where your teacher has not come for some reason, and how are you going to utilize that particular hour? 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe. The 2 teachers are absent. That time you should utilize for going to the library. You should sit in the library, do a lot of reading, go to the labs, do your practical trainings, get busy with. It's not that you should be idling around somewhere in the lawns or playing some silly games. Things will not go like this. A few things I should make very clear. 75% attendance, and this is something we will not compromise with. Anybody is securing even 1% less, that he or she will be detained and will have to repeat a year. Let it be abundantly clear. We stand for certain ideals. And it's not for my good or for somebody's good. It's for your good. We want you to be fully disciplined and organized minds. It is for your good. You have to be present in the class, and 75% attendance, if you fall short of even by 1% attendance, you'll have to repeat a year. You may have to regret, you may have to come to grief with yourself. Second thing we expect is the right conduct. You should be very neatly and very decently dressed. Decently dressed, when I say decently dressed, you cannot be wearing anything weird, anything which you feel like, throwing yourself in the air. No. You have to have the right conduct in the campus. Then we expect you to have sense of duty and sense of responsibility. The purpose of your life you are not clear about. As to with what purpose have you come to this institute? You want to have a BTech degree on a glossy paper, and you don't want to acquire certain skills, practical skills in particular trade. They are like AIML. I'm told you joined the AIML stream, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Large language model, I read, but not very many of you want to learn the C++ or the Python or Java or any other language, and you want to sit pretty home and think that you'll be given the marks in the particular subject by proxy. There is not going to be any proxy here. You have to undergo that academic rigor. And when I say academic rigor means I want you to be either present in the lab or in the library or be busy with your teacher, asking and clarifying some of your, some of the ideas that you are not clear about. You can seek after the teacher. Try to reach out to the teacher concerned and clarify your doubts if you have any. We are all the time available for you. Library is there, auditorium is there, different places are there, but then along with that, I expect the AIML people, people who are pursuing the AIML BTech degree, they need to be 75%, they should have 75% attendance. They need to be very serious about their career, because career is something that's going to matter. My identity is that I'm a doctor, a medical doctor, who has practiced for 40 years. I can feel your pulse. I can tell you whether your pulse is regular or regularly irregular. I can tell you whether you're suffering from a cardiac disease or not, whether you're rheumatic heart disease or not. I can tell you whether you're suffering from anemia or you're hiding for hepatomegaly or from some perinephric abscess or a lung abscess or any cardiac ailment. I can diagnose you here. Your sitting posture is called the decubitus, as to in what situation do you present yourself. When you present yourself in my chamber, it's called the decubitus, the posture. So your posture itself is indicative. We have a keen sense of observation. So we'll be observing you now onwards. Each one of you will be under a scanner of one teacher or the other. Constantly, you will remain under observation. Not for our interest, not for the furtherance of what Vivekananda Institute stands for. We want each one of you to be an asset to this nation. Each one of you to be an asset. We want you to be contributors to the nation's wealth. We don't want you to be liabilities on the society, on your parents, on yourself, because tomorrow somebody is going to ask you, who are you? And that identity crisis is something very bad. Some of you will slide into depression. When I ask you down 4 years down the line, when you have your BTech degree in your hand on a glossy paper, I want to ask you, how much have you learned? What are the skills that you have acquired? Can you practically do it? The industry will expect you. Industry will not employ you so long as you're not in a position to add value to them. They don't want liabilities. Remember you this. At the end of 4 years, you should neither become a liability to yourself. One day you will curse yourself. Today you will not. But tomorrow I'm telling you this. It's a stark reality of life. It's a very bitter truth. Each one of you will be confronted with. I have been through 4 years of rigorous study, and the end of it, I'm neither useful to myself, nor to my parents, nor to the society, nor I can be an asset to the nation. What are you there for? You are there, in human form, you have got all the attributes of a human. You have got a human anatomy. But when shall you learn that there are neurons and there's a brain center in IIT Madras, brain center, where they tell you how the synapse, how the two neurons, they communicate with each other, and how an information gets transmitted to a synapse, to a ganglion, and so on and so forth, the entire, central nervous system. Similarly, in AI/ML, you're going to learn to imitate human brain. You can communicate in a particular language. You can be assets to this nation. In defense, you require absolute, path-breaking technology. You should be somebody who should make a difference in the quality of life of the society, of our nation. If you are going to be liabilities to the nation, then it's the biggest curse in life. You need to be assets. You need to be perceived as assets. You need to feel, oh, I'm very happy. Abraham Lincoln said, I'm telling you Abraham Lincoln's, $1 earned is far more value than the 5 found. Teach my son, if you can, that $1 earned is far more value than the 5 found. What does it mean? You earn hard-earned money, not living in the not to bask, in the glory of whatever your parents have generated the money. You are so far dependent. You are almost parasites for your parents. You are thriving on their resources. Whatever the hard-earned money is there, you pay in the form of tuition fee here. Is there any one of you who can create something, who can generate one's own wealth? Can anywhere if you give a solution, any game you can do coding or any other thing, you should learn some languages which can give you some, at least to meet your tuition fee expenses. It's a workshop. It's an engineering college which will give you certain skills to earn money side by side. But are you prepared to engage yourself in this kind of an activity, intense activity, which imparts you skills and which enables you to have your own startup, like Mr. Junaid was referring to, Harsh was referring to startups. These are brainchild, You need to have, your brain should be all the time active. How do I save my parents' money? How can I earn an income commensurate with to meet my tuition expenses? How to unburden my parents? That should be the question that you address. 2, 3 things I'll tell you. Abraham Lincoln addressed a letter to the headmaster of a school where his own son was schooling. He said, teach my son to sell his brain and brawn to the highest bidder, but never to put a price tag on his heart and soul. Teach my son that's far more honorable to fail than to cheat. So the values, you need to get ingrained in your if you're good human beings, if you are being concerned human beings, concerned for whom? Concerned for your own self. Your self-respect. You have to earn self-respect. You have to earn your livelihood. You have to earn your place in the society. Everything you have to earn by yourself. Don't become liabilities. Don't be parasite on your parents. Don't thrive on their money. Be on your own feet. We'll impart that kind of technology to you that each one of you will be able to start earning after 2 years of your, putting in AI/ML, course. So there's plenty of it to learn, but then you should have the learning aptitude and attitude for learning. You should not miss even one single class, whether that being held in the lab or in the classroom or in the tutorial. Never ever miss that. 75% attendance is mandatory. No one can save you. I'm just 2 months short of 80. I'm imparting this wisdom. Dwell within yourself. Try to find an answer within yourself. Am I a liability to my parents? Am I being of some help to them? Can I generate my own money? And what's the purpose of joining a 4 years, BTech degree here? Said a BTech degree on a glossy paper is going to be enough for me? No, my dear sir, the answer will be no. You have to add value to yourself and add value to your parents, add value for this nation. It shouldn't be perceived as a liability. It shouldn't be perceived to be a parasite. This institute has certain responsibilities. We have embarked on the task of man-making, character building, and nation building. Man-making is our mission. Anywhere you go, man-making, character building, nation building. These are three things that we have taken for ourselves as a management. 3 things that we expect from you: the right conduct, sense of duty, sense of responsibility. And I tell you, there are very many genius students who have come out, they've given the out-of-the-box solutions. They've been able to create certain games. And I see there's a boy, Dhruv Daya. He has launched ChatGPT-like platform. We saw an orthopedic doctor now. He was the other day here in this campus. He has started. He has substituted ChatGPT, replaced ChatGPT by a platform called Hanuman. It is as versatile a platform as ChatGPT or ChatGPT 5. So now on Hanuman platform, you can do all sorts of creative things. So you have to be instruments of change, harbingers of change, catalyst of change. And that energy will come because Swamiji is always present here. I can feel him walking with me. And the inner space has been created here so as to ward off any anxiety, tension, stress, any kind of mental health problems. You can always get inside the inner space, sit there for 5-10 minutes, meditate on Swamiji. And I will give you a very simple thing. Start with contemplation. Contemplation is just thinking about one object at a time. One object, one task at a time. You can't be eating and reading the newspaper. No, don't do that. One task at a time. State of contemplation. Contemplation. Then concentration. Then meditation. Then comes the intuition. Intuitive minds only have been able to give you a lot of inventions, and discoveries have been made through intuitive minds. Become intuitive minds. Contemplation, concentration, meditation, become intuitive minds. You become intuitive minds, you become so creative. You become creative geniuses. So many things will start coming to you. Newton must have seen an apple falling down 1,000,000 times. It occurred to him only once in 1,000,000 times why the apple is not going up. So the gravitational power of the earth was revealed to him only through power of intuition. He kept on meditating on this fact as to why is the apple coming down, not going up. Isaac Newton, you know his story. And Edison's story, Thomson Edison. How many of you have heard of Thomson Edison? He was a school dropout. and his mother was his mentor. When he got a rejection letter from the headmaster at school, the mother, rather than revealing the contents of the letter, she kept it in a sealed envelope in some of her clothing, she said. And when Edison asked what happened, Mom, I'm not going to go to the school from tomorrow. No, my son, I'll teach you. I'm your teacher. The headmaster has expressed his inability by saying that your child is too prodigious. Your child knows almost everything, so I don't have teachers good enough to meet his queries because he put so many queries. So Edison was given the confidence by the mother. Mother said, don't worry, my son, they don't have able teachers to reply to your queries because you asked many questions during the class. So they don't have competent teachers. I'll find good competent teacher for you. I'll be teaching you at home. He kept on progressing. Finally came out of the electric bulb. And when Thomson Edison, after his mother's demise, he was trying to, take out his father's old papers, and like normally it happens after the death of a person, you try to find out some clothing, old clothing which belong to your mother or the father, and look at some papers also, glance through letters exchanged between them and relatives and friends. So one letter that came in his hand was from the headmaster at school saying that your child is delinquent. Your child suffers from delinquency, may not be able to cope up with the studies of the school. That day he wept bitterly because he had lost his mother. He said, oh mother, you are so precious. Had you not given me the confidence that I can make a difference to this world, I would not have been Thomson Edison today. Thomson Edison was because of the mother's confidence. She said, no, my child, you are much brighter than the rest. You are exceptionally intelligent. That's why the school is not able to cope up with your brilliance and with your spirit of inquiry. So spirit of inquiry is something that you need to, this inquiry should lead to introspection. We should be asking ourselves, what's the purpose of my life? What am I here for? Where am I going to be next 4 years down the line? Is the corporate which is going to come and engage me, is Infosys or for that matter, if Wipro is going to come here, are they going to be happy in employing me? Shall they feel gratified in giving me employment, or shall they be reluctant in giving you employment? So you have to create value for yourself. You have to create value for yourself. And remember one thing. At the end of 4 years, you should have no regrets. You should have all the joy of life. Abraham Lincoln said again, teach my son the secret of quiet laughter. What is quiet laughter? You have heard of Stephen Hawking? How many have heard of Stephen Hawking? What was he suffering from? Any person knowing what was he suffering from? Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was suffering from motor neuron disease. Motor neuron disease. He was mentally and physically crippled. And in spite of the crippling motor neuron disease, he gave to this world law of relativity. Law of relativity. Remember this, you can do wonders. Each one of you is potentially divine. But as Swamiji said, you have to manifest the divinity within by controlling nature, external as well as internal. You may do it by work, worship, or psychic control, but you have to be free from the bondages of life, from the bondages of ignorance. Astoma Sadgamaya. Astoma Sadgamaya. Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityurma amritam gamya. Lead me from the unreal to the real. What is the difference between real and unreal? Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. Asto ma sadgamaya, tamso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Lead me from the unreal to real. And what is real? What is so lasting? What is so permanent? Which is constantly with you is the voice of your conscience. Is the voice of your conscience. Is the God within you. The moment it is gone, you are a dead body. Nobody will address you by that. You are dead. You are in touch with the live wire. As long as you are in touch with the live wire, you are a living being. The moment that essence of life or the eternal being leaves you, you are simply remain a body, reduced to a mortal being. A physical self, you are a burden on society. You are immediately cremated or buried. So, constant witness is constantly there. The eternal self is the real. In a very humble voice, it keeps telling you this is right and this is wrong. It keeps guiding you all through your life. There will be an inner voice which will tell you, no, this is bad. Don't do it. But still, your mind will prevail. No, I should do something wicked. I must do something wicked. Simple definition is, what takes you nearer to God is good. What takes you away from God is bad. So teach me what it says, Astoma Sadgamaya, lead me from the unreal to the real. The God Himself, the divinity within. Which Swamiji says each one of you can manifest by controlling nature, and external is internal. External means your distractions, your attachment to the things worldly outside, your temptations outside. And these all distractions will lead you to nothing but a bizarre picture. So lead me from the unreal to real, lead me from darkness to light, lead me from ignorance to knowledge, and lead me from death to immortality. Astoma sadgamaya, tamsoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Then Swamiji say, utishtata, jagrata, prapya varani bodhata. Utishtata, arise. Swami say, utishtata, arise, jagrata, awake. Utishtata, jagrata, prapya varani bodhata. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Till you are not completing your BTech in AML, should you not stop. You keep your goal right in front of your eyes and remain always focused on that. No more distractions. Get focused on your work. Be respectful to your teachers, because they are the ones who lead you from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge. Teacher alone can do that by hand-holding you. Let's go hand-holding. Utishtata, jagrata, prapya varani bodhata. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So external things, there are so many distractions in life, so many temptations in life. Anyone who has overcome temptations and curbed the tendencies of one's mind achieves perfection. Yoga karamsu kaushalam. It says only by accomplishing your work with 100%, satisfaction. दक्षता से जो अपना काम करता है वो योग को प्राप्त हो जाता है. he becomes a yogi. Anything that you do it with wholeheartedness. Get 100% involved in that work. Don't let mind wants to distract you from other things. There's so many distractions in the world. Remain focused. Our whole mission is to make you something. And not simply make you something, but to make you an asset to this nation. We want to create assets. We don't want to create liabilities for this nation. 140 billion people. And how many gold medals have you won at the Olympics? How many gold medals have you won at the Olympics? Can you tell any one of me? Any one of you? 140 billion people, not even a single gold medal. What does it speak of the quality of people here? An average Indian is capable of what? Isn't capable of getting a gold medal? You have tremendous potential, but your energy is filtered away. Your mental energy is filtered away. You have too many distractions. You are not focused on your work. You don't want to shape yourself or make yourself. Make and shape. You are directionless people. You are rudderless people. Rudderless. You are rudderless like a helicopter, comes to like it, falls like a bird. Rudderless. No rudder. No checks in life. Because you have never ever dwelt on mind within. There's a man sleeping there. There are two persons who are dozing off. There's a man behind you also dozing off. Look at this, how you will sleep over. Now Swamiji's message doesn't have anything to do with him. Rise from your slumber. One day you will regret and you will come to grief with your lives. That I was not able to utilize that time properly. That day will be a sad day, I'm telling you. That will be a very sad day. And I'm pained to see that this man is still not up. You stand up from your seat. Stand up on your seat. Why should you doze off here? Why should you doze off? You are sinking in your seat. I am seeing you. And you are dozing off. You go home. I am telling you something meaningful in your life. I want each one of you to address this question as to are we properly utilizing our time? Hope we are not wasting our time here. 4 years you spend and you go only with a B.Tech degree in your home. It will be of no use because that will not earn you any money. That will not earn you respect in the society. If you want to earn respect in society, be worthy of something, acquire some skills, be of some use to the society, and be an asset to the companies that are going to recruit you, so that you can earn your livelihood and you can earn self-respect in the society. Or else people will treat you like a rag and throw you out. That day will be a very sad day for me because I have great hopes from young men and women sitting in this audience that you will make India great. And you will not disappoint us by India not getting even one gold in 40 billion population. You should not contribute to that. Sorry state of affairs that India is facing today. So please rise to the occasion. Whatever Harsh has told you are the stark realities of life. You will have to face it one day. So equip yourself with the best of skills, best of knowledge, and remain focused on your 4 years. Get some skill or the other. You will be an asset to yourself. You will not regret coming here. I wish you all the best. And I wish you all the joy also. Not that it's a dull and drab thing. We'll keep certain entertaining programs also alongside. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for imparting the words of wisdom. We are lucky to have you. So now I would like to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Ashish Kumar, who would be enlightening us with the technical societies of VSENT.
Good afternoon, respected Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, professors and colleagues and my dear students. So I will not take too much time. I am here to introduce about I'm going to give you the glimpses of Technical Society of VSET. What is the aim and vision of Technical Society that we execute in our VSET Engineering BTech program. So we provide a platform where you can excel your skill, hardware skill and software skill. So we provide a platform where you can achieve your technical aspiration. Also, we have a student group and the student society. The name of student society is Code, where you can enroll yourself as a team lead or as a team member. Also, we have different activities that we have conducted in the past, like webinar, workshop, conference, seminar, talk, industrial visit that we have done in the past. We are fostering a culture of innovation, technical excellence, and professional development among students by doing these activities. So basically, these events are conducted to enhance your technical skills like software and hardware. As Sir has said, that we should innovate something. We should design a solution for the real-time problems which exist in the society. We have also student chapter. These are the elements which are executed on the technical society. We have the MOUs with IITs. We have organized industrial visits. We have industry practice center, as you have heard Professor Harjuneza sir. We have also conducted workshop, webinar, in which we have hands-on practices we have conducted, like that you can design something innovative in the IoT hardware. You can design something with the help of software. You can design something with data analysis and the machine learning. Sir has already covered that we have MOUs. So we are also taking benefits of it, like we have sent students to IIT Guwahati. So these are the glimpses of events that we have conducted in the past. We have the gaming events that we have conducted. We have conducted blockchain events. We have conducted hands-on event. And also by the Department of Mathematics, we have also shown a movie on Ramanujan. These are the models, or you can say the real-time projects that the students have developed. So you can design your own solution and the model and the projects that you want to develop. Also, we have MOU with Ennoble IOP. So if you have any idea that you want to patent, so you can approach to the coordinator of Ennoble IOP. We have the special cell of it, so you can approach it. So design something and patent it. We are here to help you out. Also, we have students who have published papers. These are two creatives that I have pasted. There are a number of papers that we have published in second year and third year. So those who are interested to write a research paper with a good idea and good innovation, you can also write papers and publish it. Also, these are the two images that you can see it. In first image, a person cannot lift a hammer, but if you will do something good in your life, you can definitely lift a hammer. So life always gives you a chance. So this is your second chance. You are aiming something big institute like IITs, but I am sure if you will give your 4 years to us, we will transform your journey and you will definitely pick this hammer after 4 years. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. So now I would like to welcome our next speaker, Dr. Mudita Nagpal, who will be introducing us to CSSF.
A very good morning to one and all. I'm here to introduce the Center for Sustainable and Smart Future. In synchronization with the objectives of United Nations to bring peace and prosperity for the planet and the inhabitants, CSSF has been initiated in Vivekananda School of Engineering and Technology. The objectives of the center are to promote the sustainable development initiatives towards the nation building by providing a platform to the students and the faculty members. We aim to work towards these sustainable development goals with scientific, technological, and social interventions. Further, we aim to foster a sense of unity and support among the students and make a positive impact in the society. Under this center, we have also signed 2 MOUs with the Center of Environment and Climate Change, Indian Institute of Public Administration, and Bharat Soka Gakkai, which is the Indian affiliate of Soka Gakkai International, an association which is working for the peace and prosperity of the nation. Now I would like to show you a video that would showcase all the events that have been conducted by CSSF in order to work towards achieving the SDGs.
In the heart of WIPS TC College lies a beacon of environmental consciousness and social responsibility known as Srijan. Srijan comes under the ambit of Center for Sustainable and Smart Future, a unique center under School of Engineering and Technology which is working relentlessly towards achieving sustainable development goals. Srijan is a dynamic society dedicated to championing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, addressing a broad spectrum of global challenges. With a passionate commitment to fostering sustainable development, Srijan integrates innovative solutions, community engagement, and advocacy to advance the 17 SDGs. By harnessing the collective power of its members and stakeholders, Srijan is driving meaningful change, creating a more equitable and prosperous world for current and future generations. This documentary chronicles the impactful events organized by Srijan, highlighting their commitment to sustainability and the Sustainable Development Goals. Srijan's journey began with a simple yet profound act, a plantation drive within the college premises. This initiative not only enriched the campus environment, but also set the tone for future endeavors. Recognizing the hazards of electronic waste, Srijan organized an e-waste drive promoting responsible, disposable, and recycling practices. Srijan has organized a national conclave on the critical theme of energy, environment, and economics, often referred to as the 3E. This conclave is a platform for thought leaders, experts, and enthusiasts to engage in meaningful discussions and exchange ideas on how these 3 essential elements can work in harmony for sustainable development. Exploring biodiversity and conservation, Srijan organized a visit to the Aravali Biodiversity Park, fostering a deeper understanding of ecological balance. Recognizing the mentor's role, Srijan celebrated Teachers' Day with sustainable gifts and heartfelt gratitude. The BSG exhibition and seminar showcased innovative ideas and initiatives inspiring others to adopt sustainable lifestyles. Promoting eco-friendly traditions, Srijan organized Diye Jalao, Patake Nahi, encouraging Green Diwali celebrations. In a gesture of compassion, Srijan visited an old age home, spreading warmth and companionship. The inauguration of our SDG Club, a pivotal step towards sustainability and environmental stewardship. This momentous occasion was graced by the presence of Dr. Shamli Singh, head of the Center for Environment and Climate Change at IIPA. Engaging with community organizations, Srijan visited Arya Samaj Rani Bagh, fostering partnerships for social impact. Contributing to national dialogues, Srijan participated in the Ganga Conference advocating for river conservation. Extending the green footprint, Srijan conducted tree plantations at Hastal Village School, nurturing a culture of environmental stewardship. The BSG conclave brought together minds for sustainable business strategies, paving the way for eco-friendly entrepreneurship. On World Environment Day, Srijan engaged in awareness activities like poster making and eco-conscious film screenings. Fostering learning and enthusiasm, Srijan organized a quiz competition on environmental and sustainability topics. Encouraging critical thinking, Srijan hosted a debate competition focusing on pressing environmental challenges. We were honored to host an expert talk by Dr. Deeksha, a distinguished environmentalist and professor at GGS IPU, who is renowned for her expertise in water quality risk and vulnerability assessment. Addressing plastic pollution, Srijan conducted a successful plastic collection drive promoting a cleaner environment. During the winter, Srijan organized a blanket distribution drive extending care to the less fortunate. Promoting health and compassion, Srijan organized a blood donation drive, saving lives and fostering a culture of giving. Taking action for cleaner waterways, Srijan conducted a Yamuna cleaning drive, contributing to water conservation efforts. On Earth Day, Srijan celebrated Green Day, culminating in a plantation drive within the college campus. Through these initiatives, Srijan exemplifies the power of collective action in creating sustainable and inclusive future. Their dedication to the Sustainable Development Goals serves as an inspiration for all of us to contribute towards a better world.
I think this video beautifully articulated all the efforts that have been taken by CSSF, which is currently being headed by Professor Nidhi Sharma. By joining the center, we can all hope to make a positive impact on the society and on the environment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for introducing us to CSSF. So next, I would like to introduce you to our next speaker, Ms. Deepika Kumari, Dr. Deepika Kumari, who will be enlightening us on the cultural, art, and social societies of VSENT.
Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, Mr. Harsh Juneja, sir, and Professor Nidhi Sharma, faculty members, and my dear students. Let's talk about something most vibrant society of our VSET, that is known as the cultural society. Cultural society plays a great role in the holistic development of the student's personality. The Cultural Society of VSET is a vibrant hub that nurtures the artistic expression and fosters the creative environment. It provides a platform to students to showcase their creativity and shed their inhibitions. Through participation in diverse forms of the activities such as theater, dance, music, kalakriti, literary, and sports, students develop self-confidence, self-expression, stage presence, and refine their communication skills, presentation abilities, and learn to work as a team. Rangmanch, the Theatre Society of VSET, tries to address the various social issues by understanding the dynamics and nonsense of the world around us, by understanding the grassroots issues closely. Tarana, The Music Society of VACT is a way to preserve our rich culture and pass it on to our future generations. Through this society, we make ourselves known to world of classical music and understand the minimalism of our rich heritage. Incredibles, our dance society delve into rich heritage of classical dance, fostering passion and artistry among the dancers of all levels. Kavyarang, the literary society of VACT, is a paradise of thinkers, readers, and writers. It is a place where students can read, write, and think with their interest and their choices. The heart of the Kalakriti, the Art Society of VACT, is the art exhibition where students' artistic expressions are showcased, revolving around the theme of the Indian art. The involvement of sports activities teaches you various interpersonal skills such as patience, communication, leadership, punctuality, accountability, teamwork, trust, etc. While pursuing all these activities, along with education, students learn prioritization and time management skills which assist them in shaping a good career also. Our cultural society welcome you all in the journey of this boundless imagination and artistic exploration. Now, an important information I want to share with you. The Academic Council has also approved the guideline for earning 2 credits through the participation in the cultural and the sports activities. So, we encourage you all to be the part of our cultural society where creativity knows no limits. So let's have a look on the highlights of our cultural societies and the sports activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I hope a lot of people will go in and participate in these societies, which will be a breather apart from the studies that you will do in your day-to-day life. So as our orientation day comes to a close, I want you to remind of the words of Theodore Roosevelt, believe you can and you are halfway there. As you step out into the halls of WIPS, remember that each one of you has endless potential inside you. Embrace the learning, cherish the memories that you are about to create, and believe in the magic of new beginnings. Thank you for your enthusiastic participation today. We look forward to seeing you become an integral part of our community. Let's head to the classrooms. See you there.